hard to describe the sense of peace and rugged beauty out there. Working in an ice camp is obviously a unique experience. It's something I'd never done before. It's magical to be out there on the ice. When I first got to the ice camp, it was a little bit windy and I wasn't ready for it. I had my goggles and my fur hat on and thought I was ready, and within about 10 seconds my nose had frozen, so I sprinted off to the nearest tent to warm my nose up, and now whenever it's cold and windy I can feel my nose telling me, remember that moment at the ice camp, my first moment at the ice camp, I've got a souvenir. My involvement in the UNCLOS project was on the Alpha Ridge Refraction survey to survey the subsurface beneath Alpha Ridge to look at the structure there in order to determine that it was really a part of the Canada landmass. We can't get down there to look at the subsurface layers. We have to use geophysical means. And seismic refraction is one of the best ways of doing that. It's like an ultrasound where you send acoustic energy down beneath the surface and then receive that energy back, and it tells you something about the layers that they've traveled through. The initial staging work was done at Eureka Weather Station. Then, when conditions were appropriate, we started to work from an ice camp which was north of Ellesmere Island, and we had between 3 teams 110 instruments to lay out in lines that were actually over 100 kilometers long. I guess the most special memory that I take from the Alpha Ridge program actually had nothing to do with the work that we were doing there. A number of us were staying together in a tent. The wildlife observers from Grise Fjord, Tom and Randy, were staying in our tent, and we were talking with them about various things, what it's like to live up north, and we got asking Tom about igloos and if he'd ever built an igloo, did he know how to build one, and he'd grabbed a handsaw out of the tool shed and showed us how to saw out the blocks for an igloo. And before you knew it, there were a dozen guys from down south sawing blocks, and Tom built an igloo. We all got to spend some time inside, and it was just a real gift, a parting gift before we went home. That's a memory I'll treasure forever.